Today, a gunshot on campus housing and history is made at UNF Arena. Stay tuned because Spinnaker News starts right now. Good morning, UNF. Thanks for tuning in on this beautiful Monday morning. I'm Tedlyn Locke, and here's today's top story. Early Saturday morning, UNF PD responded to the flats and a gun was fired. A UNF track athlete was arrested at the scene. Patrick Lloyd has more on the story.
Right here at the flats at UNF early Saturday morning, a non-UNF student fired a gun into the air and a track athlete for UNF was arrested. According to an email from UNF Public Relations, a party was going on and many of the UNF athletes were in attendance, including some of the men's basketball team. A fight broke out between some of the people at the party and the track athlete Darius Van Blount punched a men's basketball player in the face. That's when the non-student fired his gun into the air and ran away with Van Blount. UNFPD was able to track down Van Blount and the non-student. Van Blount was charged with armed burglary to a structure, battery, and resisting a police officer without violence. The non-student was charged with armed burglary to a structure and resisting a police officer without violence. The basketball player is suffering minor injuries, but he wasn't taken to the hospital. Men's basketball head coach Matthew Driscoll was at the scene. UNF President John Delaney said after the incident, quote, "I am saddened that such an incident took place. At this point, police are treating the party attendees as victims. We have no information at this time of the need for any disciplinary action toward any other UNF student," end quote. For UNF Spinnaker, I'm Patrick Lloyd.
Spinnaker learned shortly after filming that package that the track athlete's last name is actually pronounced Van Blount. We apologize for that error. If any new information on this story presents itself, Spinnaker will be sure to update it. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day on campus today, so for your Spinnaker weather update, here's Taylor Johnson.
Good morning, Ospreys, and happy Monday. I'm Taylor Johnson here with your Spinnaker weather update. It's currently 55 degrees, and as you can see, it's looking pretty sunny right now. The sunny skies will stay until around 4 o'clock, which is when clouds will start to roll in. Our high today is 77, and the low is 52. After sunset, we'll be looking at temperatures in the low 60s, so if you're planning on doing something outside tonight, you'll want to make sure to dress accordingly. As for our waves, Surfline tells us we've got waves at 2 to 3 feet, which is a moderate risk of rip currents. Well, that's it for your weather update. Now let's take a look at your 3-day forecast.
Thanks, Taylor. Now for a recap on the big game yesterday, here's Patrick Lloyd.
Good morning, Ospreys. I'm Patrick Lloyd here with your Spinnaker Sports. Go ahead and take a wild guess as to what we're going to be covering today. Come on, go ahead. Of course, the men's basketball team. The Ospreys beat USC Upstate yesterday afternoon 63-57 in the ASUN Tournament Championship game. That means that the team has officially punched its ticket to the NCAA Tournament for the first time in school history. Take a look at the line before the game to get in. That thing was longer than a pastor's sermon on Easter Sunday. Keep in mind also that this is an hour and a half before the game. School spirit was at an all-time high for this one. Look at the crowd inside the arena. This was during warm-ups. The attendance was over 6,100, the highest attendance for a game in UNF Arena history. 6,100 is pretty good considering the arena only seats 5,800. But enough talk about the pregame. Let's take a look at the action. Right here we pick it up with Dallas Moore tossing it over to Bay Daniels for 3. And then later in the game, here's Ty Green for Upstate passing it to the ref. What are you doing there, Ty? Later, Green tries the floater, but it doesn't go in. And look at Dallas Moore chase down the loose ball and the Jets. He turns them on. And there's the layup. Great play. Here's the last play of the game. Bo Beach intercepts it. Ty Green gets it back and lays it in, but it doesn't matter because the Ospreys win. They're ASUN champs going to the NCAA tournament. Let's take a look at the celebration.
worked so hard for this, fella. You got it, bro. We all got it. Let's go. That's fun. Yeah, it feels good, coach. Yeah. All right, man. I'll give it to you. Congratulations, fellas. Well earned. Where's that girl? Raise that up.
Goosebumps, man. That's all I can say. No one knows who the next opponent for the Ospreys is, as we'll have to wait until Sunday, which is when the official bracket for the NCAA Tournament is released. Right now, expert bracketologist Joe Lenardi has UNF as a 16 seed playing a play-in game against Texas Southern. If they were to win that game, Lenardi thinks the Ospreys would have to then face number 1 seed Kentucky. Only time will tell, and once again, the official bracket will be released on Sunday. That's it for Spinnaker Sports today. Fun stuff, man. Tedlin, back to you.
Thanks, Patrick. Well, that's all the time we have for you today on Spinnaker News. But for more on the stories reported today and other stories, you can check out unspinnaker.com. You can also like the Spinnaker on Facebook at facebook.com/UNFSpinnaker, and you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at UNFSpinnaker. For Taylor Johnson and Patrick Lloyd, I'm Tedlin Locke. Have a great day, UNF.